invulnerable when it's burrowing and also unload units ungodly quickly, but make the Void Ray even a little bit faster and suddenly you can't do that.
I thought you were gonna go with everyone loses their mind, but literally no one lost their mind except maybe Florencio. Anyway, spawning in the bottom of Deathora LE. He is upper map because he won the semi-finals. It is from Team DG, LeoRusher.
And in the top left we have our Zerg player from just now actually. Fresh off of a ZVZ win, it's DarkImpure. Yep. So LeoRusher gets one map advantage from winning the upper bracket, so that is we'll just count it as a golden wall win, why not? Yeah.
That's one way of putting it, a golden wall win.
Alright, very standard macro openers from both players, and this scout from Leo is going to see... why is he hiding the probe? Interesting.
It's Leo, he actually...
Okay, maybe he will, okay. So this might actually be some pretty interesting mind games. By hiding the probe like that, he just made DarkImpure use a drone to scout around the edges of his main base. Because DarkImpure is obviously terrified of a cannon rush.
He lost the one the last time.
Yeah, so that actually did cost DarkImpure a couple of minerals in mining time.
Yeah,
so that's a successful fake out, and Leo is no less wiser on the scouting information.
He knows the heckload and nothing that you scout on Deathora. Anyway.
We'll see in just a moment what our Protoss chooses once the Cybercore finishes.
Anyway.
But it looks like the Zerg is going to just continue the macro up.
This is actually a very interesting setup because DarkImpure and LeoRusher are actually practice partners.
Indeed.
You know, among the best Protosses and Zerg in Singapore and the most consistent best players. I mean, there's Lobo, Blisk, and Psycho, but they
don't play. they don't play in these tournaments, so we pretty much just have Leo as one of the strongest Protoss in here. Well.
Actually, Psycho signed up, but he couldn't.
Yeah, well.
Whereas the other guys, well, Blisk was too busy and the Lobo didn't make it.
Blisk has to play Premier tournaments. How sad.
Well, to be fair, Psycho is... I think he's playing right now in ESL Open Cup, right?
I think so.
There's so much StarCraft today. Let's all die later.
We're not done.
No, we're not done by a long shot.
Alright.
At least it's not that day that we casted Fresh Blood and then we casted I'll Die. That was the most.
Yeah. Okay, so the units from Leo out of the gateway was actually what looks like a Stalker or Adept. This does allow him to ward away any overlords that are just gonna try to walk into the main base to scout. And well, it's Gladept.
Gladeps. By the way, hi Crazy Rocket, thanks for tuning into the chat. Crazy Rocket is quite interesting. He's the guy that connected LeoRusher to the rest of, to me and by extension the rest of the StarCraft 2 scene. And the rest, as we say, is history and money for him.
Alright, the probe is gonna re-scout. Not sure what it can really do at this. Okay, I guess it can die. But there's a second Overlord in position for DarkImpure to actually scout the main base, especially with Overlord speed done. Doesn't look like he... Oh no, there we go.
Yep, it's not too expensive for him.
The Stalker actually can't catch the Overlord if it just goes into the corner. But he does get a view of the gateways and the other console.
Yep.
So he should know exactly what's coming.
Oh well, it's... I guess it's indicative that the first game of the Grand Finals is going to be the I'll Die build, it's going to be the Gladev timing. There's not going to be a DT shrine behind this. Is it just because they're like fewer than normal gateways?
It's just like if you don't really want to commit too hard to this, you can make less gateways.
Right.
But there's also 2 gateways about to finish up, so yeah, it'll go up to 6 gate.
Okay, like it's not the 8 gates super committed, hyper all in. And here come the Adepts, by the way.
Don't shade. Oh dear.
Shade.
Okay, with some Prism Micro, this could actually end up being a very good trade.
What Prism Micro?
I'm a lot less certain about this now.
Yeah, I mean it's a good trade for the links, but you want.
Okay, he did pick off all the links and almost picked up a queen there, but Transfuse saved it.
Yeah.
So Now he's just gonna shade into the third base.
There's nothing here.
The thing is that DarkImpure actually just has enough units now, so the Gladevs won't be able to do too much.
Yeah, I mean they're fancy Gladevs, but they're not actually going to be doing anything to these normal skin Zerg units.
Alright, so ends up not actually killing any drones, which is unfortunate.
Oh
God, that's a terrible shade.
Okay,
Oh god.
reinforcements are gonna come here and...
Okay, now there's enough adepts, but there was a lot of adepts that just got took a lot of heavy damage. Again, it links around really. He's picking up roaches.
Like the numbers do not...
The numbers are favoring him now actually. Did DarkImpure not respect this enough?
Why
is he not making roaches?
Yeah, why is he making lakes? How is DarkImpure dying to this? He plays against this nonsense every weekend.
I'm not sure, but somehow the roaches are all dead. There's still a couple of roaches being made right now, but the adepts are actually free to start killing drones now, and this is enough damage to start equalizing.
Shouldn't the drones have ran away a lot sooner? Okay, like right now, running away.
Yeah, but they're running away into the adepts right now.
And there are more adepts. Yeah, this is a total surround. There's even a lone zealot here to take credit for this win.
There's two zealots here actually, so the roaches themselves aren't even trading out that well now.
That's the other zealot.
The roach count is just way too low.
Oh, there they are. Yeah. So,
wow.
So the question is, why on earth didn't he make roaches during that attack? He had the money for it.
Perhaps he was being a little too greedy, maybe because roaches actually cost 75. He wanted to save some money by just making lanes, but it ended up being absolutely not enough. Yeah, since Leo just kept warping it over and over again.
Yeah, again, this is what Ducks and Upi do every week, and he has done in order to get to like the finals or I'll die. Right. Well.
That's a hell of a way to die, I'll tell you that much.
To be fair, ironically, even if DarkImpure, well, he's gonna lose this game, let's be very real. Even if he loses this series, he still wins as much money as he won getting first place in our die.
Well, still, losing a game like this is a little demoralizing, I must say. The initial defense was good, but...
For you or me? For you, me, or DarkImpure? I mean, just watching that game, to be perfectly honest, was a bit demoralizing.
Alright, so that is Leo taking game 1 somehow.
Yeah, the most standard of standard things. You know, Crazy Rocket, the chat is all your fault. You introducing LeoRusher and then him like tearing up the tournaments.
I don't see this as a problem.
Yeah. To be fair, when he first showed up in Audai, it was very refreshing for me and Crested, because he was the only person doing like actual DT
and Stargate builds, yeah.
Yeah, when every other Protoss is like, oh, it's the Gladev build. It was so bad that Tastosis was openly complaining about it. You know how bad it has to be for Tastosis to complain about it? It has to be like Baneling bad.
I mean, Artosis is also complaining about the Baneling a lot.
That was a terrible trade for them. Nix, yeah, even he knows. Okay, well,
Alright, we have game number 2. Leo is up 2-0.
By the way, Crazy Rocket, yeah, this is proof that you need to learn how to play Adepts too.
Spawning in the bottom left, up 2 maps. In game 2, we have LeoRusher.
And on the other side, down 2 maps, which are technically his fault because he lost in the semis and he lost the last round. But he's still got a fighting chance, and I believe in it. It's DarkImpure. Anyway.
Both of these players, well, okay, Leo definitely had a lot of time to prepare PvZ for this tournament.
Yep.
Whereas DarkImpure would have to prepare against not just Nameless, but also Leo if he happened to win. So Leo should have a slight advantage just in terms of preparation time. Alright, the probe is going to block the natural from DarkImpure, but DarkImpure just goes and takes the third instead.
This is very good for a Gladev build.
Yeah, I mean, this makes the third, the natural, a lot more vulnerable to harassment.
It's virtually
But we'll have to see what form of harassment that Leo chooses.
I really feel like if you get to do this as a Protoss, the Gladef build is really strong because the mobility at the third base is basically undefendable. You need spines at that point to have any hope of defending Gladefs.
Well, it also depends on when it hits.
That's true. Well, we'll see. Cybercross not yet done. It's gonna be Nexus Expand. Everything's pretty standard.
Yep. So we just have a normal macro game again, and I expect to see DarkImpure taking a third base relatively soon. Yep, there we go.
See? Alright, so while we wait for this game to heat up, okay, so I was actually thinking, should I? Yeah, okay, I think it's safe to announce who is currently leading for the Cheese defenses and the Cheese wins.
Go ahead.
Okay, the person as of right now, not including these two games, and I haven't counted the last the last series either. The one who has the most number of Cheese wins, ironically, is DarkImpure.
I mean...
Now that's because he won 2 games off Almost Noodles, the person who sponsored the prize via cheeses. And he technically won a game against Nameless, so that puts his score. Okay, he won a game against Nameless in the last round, right?
Yeah.
Well, so that's 4. He has 4 cheese wins. He's in the lead. He's won the prize because there's no one else that can catch up with him. LeoRusher, ironically, is only on 1 cheese won, which was that one cannon rush. Okay,
those of you who probably don't know what we're talking about, there's an additional prize in this tournament that's for the most number of wins after cheesing and most number of wins after defending cheeses.
Yep. So DarkImpure is winning in the cheese category.
Alright. This macro game is heating up fast because we just have a Dark Shrine.
Dark Shrine.
It's unscalded. Completely unscalded.
Oh man.
Now DarkImpure sees a Twilight Council and may think that this is just more Glodebs, but it's actually not even glaives at all.
It's not even shining, right? So
it may have been that he wasn't paying attention to whether or not the Twilight was even making anything.
Well, but he's got a lair on the way, right? So it's not that bad.
Yeah, he could get an Overseer, but he's getting spores. Alright, maybe he does suspect, yeah. Okay, so it could have been that he's just waiting to make the spores, since the later you make the spores, the better our eco is. But
you'll be done in time.
Yeah, the Dark Templar aren't gonna be able to do too much now that the spores are in place. Especially once there's an Overseer morphed in. There's pretty much nothing that the Dark Templar can do. So after this, the Dark Templar will probably just go and try to do
Archon harass.
Archon drop harassment, yeah.
Okay, here comes the Warp Prism. The DTs are not being made for whatever reason. Here comes 3. And is there enough in the main? I think there is, right?
Oh well, you were asking?
Yep, there was enough.
Absolutely nothing that could be done there, so Leo's just gonna walk out. If he just warps another Dark Templar somewhere, he can morph them into 2 Archons and start Archon dropping. But this puts him behind already, since you've got a tech that is quite expensive. It's 150, and hasn't done anything for you. You haven't slowed the Zerg down in really any meaningful way either.
Well, when you're behind, you double down and you hope for the best, which is exactly what he's doing with 5 beautiful gateways being
and blink. So he's gonna try to do some sort of a blink immortal. I don't even know if he's gonna make any immortals, but this is actually quite a nice synergy, since the Archon should be able to take care of Lings, and Stalkers themselves are decent against Roaches, especially with blink.
Should he be making like a couple immortals?
Maybe he doesn't have the money for it. Alright, these 2 Archons are definitely gonna kill this queen. Okay, I say that.
Link show up to protect her majesty.
They are trading up for a couple links, so that's nice, and they did get 4 drone kills.
Which is a lot better
Since
than
it was splashing away from the queen into the drones.
added Overlord. Get the Overlord?
Bull
Yeah,
needs to be careful not to lose them, but does nice damage.
By the way, I just realized on this particular warp prism, you can actually see the mini pylon they put inside that thing. It's super obvious. Where's the
Little
normal
Saito. Alright, so we have the
push?
Protoss moving out now. I don't know if Leo just does this commonly or maybe he watched the GSL series, but yeah, he just blocked off the wall with a pylon. That way he doesn't have to worry about the link. Random links flooding into his main base and destroying his eco. I think I've seen him do this before, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, the links absolutely don't get anything done, and he actually blinks straight on top of the roaches. There's not enough roaches here actually, so if he just win.
Goodbye. There will.
Okay, he needs to be careful with the stalkers.
Well, the question is more of like, where was the? Ah, yeah, but even if he had.
Okay, maybe he doesn't have to be careful with the stalkers. Oh jeez.
Even if he had Ravagers, Stalkers are just a blinket.
Yeah, DarkImpure just did not really respond to the 2-base attack. This is unfortunate.
You're saying better than GSL finals? It happens.
Well,
Alright,
I
so
can tell you that the Protoss in chat are saying this is more interesting, but I don't know about the Zergs.
hi Saito, thanks for coming on. Unfortunately, you're here in time to see the Zerg. He's still got some hope, but
He's got some hope. We're going to Ice and Chrome, which is a very nice map for Zerg. But it's games 3 and lead up 3-0.
Let me ask if they need a... Because you don't normally GSL they... Nope, you said nope. So yep, go it is.
Alright. Well, I suppose if this ends quickly, we have more time to rest before I'll die as well, so...
Yeah. You're saying pity want to see some DT shenanigans?
No, the DTs didn't do anything.
That's kind of the
If
best
you want DT
did,
shenanigans, you could watch my match earlier in the Seal League, but I lost that game.
Well, that wasn't too bad, your match.
I don't know why, but every time I realize I haven't made a forge, I just decide to go all in, and that doesn't really work out that well. Okay, to be fair, I was crushing her until until that one fight where the Zealots didn't do anything, which was unfortunate.
You were winning, yes, and Kingstar in chat thought you had won.
I mean, yeah, it was just a phenomenally bad fight, and my eco was pretty much non-existent at that point. Alright. What is Leo doing? What is this pylon position? It's a cannon rush. This is a cannon rush.
Why don't cannon rush the front then? Like, you know, put the forge there and all that.
Well... Huh?
Did he forget he's playing against Zerg?
No.
Because DarkImpure
What the hell are you doing?
DarkImpure is absolutely cheesy.
Is he doing a 1-base build? What?
Anyway, spawning at the top, doing something that's making my co-caster lose his mind. It is LeoRusher.
And in the bottom left, going with a fast pool, it's DarkImpure. I don't understand what's happening at all. There's 3 gateways. Wait, is he doing a Nexus rush?
Well, he's ahead.
He's banking almost 400 minerals. That's a probe there.
He's insanely far ahead. He can do whatever the fish he wants.
I mean, granted,
it's
but
not gonna win him the prize because
that's a Nexus rush. What?
Well,
okay, so DarkImpure actually can't see this right now since the building hash doesn't actually have a lot of vision and there's no Overlord nearby. In fact, the Overlord just kind of went on the map to scout, so DarkImpure might be caught completely off guard by well, I say that.
he went for a pull first, so
He went for pull first, yeah, so this was very unlikely to work. So I'm not exactly sure what Leo's plan is now.
Right. So given they
DarkImpure's
both...
making a fast road tour. This is actually the right call. If DarkImpure realizes what's happening, well, he shouldn't. Once he saw the Nexus, I think he realized what was happening, since there's really nothing that you can bring along with the recall other than Zealot Probe. So
given that they both went for a cheese, or they attempted to go for a cheese, I could give a point either way, although I don't think it affects.
I'm
Wait,
pretty sure that DarkImpure holds this quite handily, since there's already Rojas on the way. And charge lords these aren't charge lords, these are zealots. They don't do too well. Alright, the Nexus finishes. Recall, he recalls everything. Oh jeez. Oh god. Alright. So the first thing to do will be to guard the ramp, but the probes drill and actually get us around on the roaches. I mean, it's probes against roaches, so it doesn't work out too well, but this allows the zealots to get on top of the roaches immediately, and...
Yeah, doesn't DarkImpure need to pull his own drone?
Did he just die? I think he just died.
There's no way on us.
What? Oh, please.
This is still more entertaining than GSL, to be fair.
Okay, so DarkImpure is gonna try to protect the only thing he has to defend with now, the Queen, but the drones are dying awfully quickly to the Zealots.
Three Zealots are just standing around.
Alright, Roaches are out again, and they're actually not being targeted down right now, so the Roaches should clean up eventually. Yeah, that's not really anything now.
One worker.
There's 3 more Zealots on the way from Leo, but recall is still a long ways off on cooldown. Yeah, I think DarkImpure is going to get the first point on the board because there's just nothing left from Leo. 3 Zealots are not going to hold off against whatever the Zerg can pump in units now. Just masslings, sure, why not? Yeah, Leo's pretty dead.
No, that was entertaining. Well, that's the thing, he's given us a little bit of a show, you know, he's put a little bit of hope into DarkImpure.
Well,
we're not getting a 4-0.
We're not getting a 4-0, at least, but there really wasn't any reason to pull out that on that not a PvC strat on match point other than to make the series entertaining.
He was he was like so far ahead that I don't think it matters.
No, I don't think it matters. If he just wins another game, it's fine.
He gets his $25.
But then they're very unlikely, well, I say unlikely, but if DarkImpure does manage to do a reverse sweep, just imagine how bad it must feel to have just thrown away a game like that.
That is true.
Well, okay.
Yeah, we're just waiting for DarkImpure. He's probably wondering what on earth.
What just happened?
He won.
He won the game, so it's not a total loss for him, but
he's also,
at the same time it's a little like, why did you do that?
Yeah, he's also effectively, I think he's mathematically won the Almost Noodles Cheese Prize at 3 or 4, but again, there's nobody else tying with at 3, so it doesn't really matter.
Alright. We are going to hop into game number 4 on Pillars of Gold.
Crazy Rocker is saying unbelievable, Leo, you magnificent beast.
Well, I don't know how magnificent it was, but...
He almost won, to be fair. Look,
okay, it was really bad for DarkImpure to lose like the first 5 roaches, but I don't think he was in a losing position in that game. Of course, in hindsight, we can say, well, he had 4 roaches, it's fine, but in the moment, DarkImpure actually didn't have anything, so... Yeah, Leo's not gonna do something wacky again, going for a very standard wall, so spawning in the bottom left, we have our Green Protoss player. At match point, it's LeoRusher.
And on the other side, he has just defended a cheese and he got 1 more point on the board, although he's... That's actually the only point on the board, based on what I saw. It is DarkImpure. Apparently nobody tried to cheese DarkImpure and he succeeded in defending.
Well, I mean... he's the cheeser.
Yeah, he holds the record for for the cheeses. The one person who did cheese him and win, ironically, was LeoRusher with a cannon rush in the previous series. The VODs of that are now up on YouTube, by the way. Day 1 is up. Day 2 and 3 will be, or rather, replay session 1 and 2 will be up soon as well. So you can see exactly what Leo has been doing to win this tournament. Alright.
I just got pinged in one of the discords that I advertised this in. Someone's complaining that it's still too one-sided. Well, I can't blame you for saying that, but I was also expecting this to be a little closer.
3-1 is not too bad, maybe.
I mean, I don't think that game even qualifies.
It's Leo preparing like the most amazing either win of all. Look, see, that's the thing. It's either the most amazing win that we have ever casted, or it's just a meh, right?
I'm willing. I don't know if he was always planning to do it on Ice and Chrome, but
I am fairly certain that. Look,
I don't think he would be as confident pulling that out if he wasn't at 3-0. So
I think if he was at 3-1, he might have pulled it. 3-2, maybe not, but it was 3-0, 3-1. I'm very certain he had that planned. Like
DarkImpure just happened to respond in like pretty much the perfect way, so
he also went for a pull first, which helped.
Yeah, that does help. Alright. Once again, very standard openers. This time a Robo first from Leo. Robo first.
Thanks for joining and watching the finals and potentially the last match between LeoRusher and DarkImpure.
Alright, a Robo first is a little strange, but 2 adepts out now. Did he even scout?
Pro went out, right? So he did see quite a bit.
Yeah, but he hasn't confirmed the third base. Well,
no,
if he's doing an immortal push anyway, I don't think it matters.
There comes a Warp Prism, so what is he gonna push with? So what is this Warp Prism for? Because he's got 2 gateways? Yeah,
I'm not sure. Maybe this is just to drop the adepts into the main base.
I suppose. I mean, this is completely out of the standard meta, but at the same time, your opponent won't really be expecting that.
I mean, given it's a best of 7 or best of 6, you do have to vary your strats up a little bit, otherwise your opponent could adapt to what you're doing.
Yeah.
But this doesn't seem particularly powerful.
Out of curiosity, have you ever played the best of 7?
I don't think so.
Neither have I. I've never even played the best of 5, come to think of it. I've never gotten that far.
I think I played a best of 5 against EXO before.
Oh. Do you remember how that went?
I think I got 3-0.
Oh dear.
Well,
oh, here comes
I mean, he's strictly better than me.
Well,
so I did also win a map off him earlier this morning when we were practicing.
Okay, well, you had some terror practice.
Yeah, but I didn't prepare anything for it, so I just picked a random build. And I actually put the build onto spawning tool myself, so...
Well,
alright, so it looks like it's just going to continue being a macro game of sorts. Leo's not really making... Okay, I say that, but... he's not making too many gateways, and he has a forge incoming, so... It looks like he does just want to macro, and he's gonna do it quite safe with the Robo Opener.
You say that, but 4 drones are dying. 5.
Yeah, the depth drops are performing much better than I would expect them to.
8.
Jeez, this is
That
this is almost as much damage as you have gotten going glaives without actually going glaives. DarkImpure is just in a really awful spot now. He lost a lot of drones for no reason.
Yeah, there is an immortal push with fancy immortals upcoming, so no set base on the way at all for for Leo. Alright, so what's it gonna be? Sentries, right? That's the automatic choice.
Yeah, you do need sentries to go with an immortal push.
No
and he's getting charge as well with +1, so this could be charge immortal timing, but He's not taking a third base, so it's probably going to be a timing attack before he takes a third. And yeah, with the 4 more gateways on the way, it's definitely going to hit quite hard. Well...
It's gonna hit very hard.
He's also making a Templar Archives. I'm more inclined to believe that he does want to macro out of this, but
Like, if
wants
this
to
fails,
put on the
you
strong
know.
timing first.
Right, does DarkImpure have any idea that he's about to be smacked?
Well, he has
got
an
an
Overlord
Overlord,
in
yeah.
position to see everything, so yeah, absolutely.
Is he paying attention?
He should be. In fact, he's actually making
Yeah,
Road
he's making
Ravager,
spines.
which
He's making
should be enough to hold this
spines.
off.
He's worried.
Yeah,
And
he's definitely
rightfully
very
so.
worried, but if he holds this off, then it's 3 base Zerg against 2 base Protoss, which is slightly in favor of Zerg, so...
By the way, right before that attack happens, there's a wonderful comment in Twitch chat, which is, how is the stream so smooth? I haven't seen a single FPS drop yet.
Well, Saito, you probably haven't watched very recently, but Redgunnerguy got a new PC, which is a much better PC than what he had.
Exclamation mark sponsored the chat to go to where I got it. The guy who made the PC for me actually put money towards the total, but here comes the fight. Enough
Alright,
shitting.
I don't like this fight for Leo, but he does get some nice force fields off, which allows the models to really just hammer into the Roach army. But now the Zealots are gone, and the weakness of this push is really showing itself.
It's a low econ push, and you need good micro, and you gotta hope that Kochibov don't land. That being said, could he just...
There's 4 models here. They're killing the roaches awfully quickly, yeah.
Yeah, and supply is falling. A lot of DarkImpure supply is currently in reinforcements. You know, soon TM.
He shouldn't I'm a little worried that he just didn't take the best fight that... DarkImpure didn't take the best fight that he could have. There were 2 spines up the ramp, so if he just retreated up the ramp or back into the 3rd base, it probably would have been better. Would have gotten a better concave and stuff, but...
But then you lose the 3rd, or you risk losing the 3rd. Okay, here comes the next fight.
Oh dear.
Shelling away, and DarkImpure is kind of falling apart, unfortunately.
4 models end up doing
down.
really well against the roaches, especially with +1 done. And with the constant charged out warpins, I don't think DarkImpure can hold on for much longer.
No. Oh, would you look at that?
Oh jeez! Well, I mean, Immortals are the one unit in the game that can continue to attack when they're dancing, so...
Really?